Good evening, Instagram. This is Kanishka Ramchandani, the editor of Professional Beauty India, and you are watching me on PB Quarren Live Presents Young Guns of Young Guns that we are presenting to you. Hi. So throughout this week, you will be watching us bring some of the young stalwarts of the beauty industry in India and getting them to do some lovely demos or give out some interesting tips on hair care and skin care, or in an interaction like this one. So today, joining with me on this session, this Insta Live session, is Deepal Haria, the makeup artist and beauty influencer. I will add her quickly to this conversation, and she will give us an insight into the world of makeup artistry and social media. Social media has become very important for freelance artists especially, and today Deepal will tell us on how to master the art of social media. So stay tuned. Alright, so I'm just gonna add her quickly to this conversation and then move on to ask some really interesting questions on how beauty professionals can make the most of social media and use it to their maximum benefit, and also try to get new clients. Right. So if you have any questions for Deepal or about this conversation that we are about to have, feel comment section below or in the question box below, and I'll take them up. Hi Deepal.
Hi, how are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm fine, I'm good.
Great. Thank you so much for joining us today, and I am really excited to have you as a young gun here.
Thank you for inviting me. I am quite excited.
Wonderful. So, to begin with, let's start at the very beginning and tell us about how you started off in the world of beauty.
Well, the story is very different. I actually was not into makeup and beauty at all as a young child. Uh,
Okay.
just that my mom has been a makeup artist since 35 years, and I've always just been seeing her do it.
Yeah.
But I myself was a tomboy when I was in school,
Mm-hmm.
and I had nothing to do with makeup and hair and styling. No, I wasn't that person. But I think after I completed my 12th standard, when I was 18, my mom was just keen on that you just go and learn. So I was like, okay, I have no problem in learning. And I just went to learn. And I think that kind of built my interest in makeup,
Yeah.
especially. And I'm like, okay, cool. This sounded fun. And I didn't know that I'm going to take it up so seriously in my life, honestly. But yeah, here I am today. Revolving around makeup. So yeah, that's that.
Right. So your mom's advice paid off for you, and you have really arrived on the makeup scene. But why did you choose makeup? Like, it could be hairdressing, it could have been anything else. The world of beauty is vast, but why makeup?
I don't know why makeup, but I just realized that I'm enjoying makeup.
Yeah.
Because it's more like an art, and you're playing with colors, you're playing with themes, and I'm like, no offense to any hairstylist, but I tried doing hairstyling too. I wanted to learn it,
Yeah.
but I just somehow couldn't. I was enjoying makeup so much that I couldn't shift my focus from makeup. So I think makeup is my thing, I guess. So yeah. You
Right. So
maybe if someone wants to, ask questions in the middle.
actually, the comments were getting on to your face. That's why I turned them off.
No worries. But
But I'll keep switching them on and off so that people can leave
yeah.
their comments. And they do have the question box, so they can leave their
Oh,
questions there as well. Right. So when did you really discover that you should be on social media too, or social media is really working for you? When did you start getting that traction for yourself?
so when I started doing makeup, there was social media, no doubt, but the
Yeah.
way today it wasn't that popular. I think it has evolved a lot since the past 3 to 4 years now. So I think when I started off, I was just like putting some of my work on social media, but I never gave it that much importance. But since the past 3 to 4 years, I realized how important social media is for any freelancer or any artist, or it could be any person working in any kind of field. And
Right.
I just thought that this is something where you can reach, the reach is very huge. You can reach people all around the world.
True.
And I tried to put content which people would like, which would help people. And I think that sort of helped me. I mean, I'm not saying that I have like 100K followers, and that is not probably something I am looking for. I want real people who are going to benefit from seeing my page, and that is what I kind of focus on.
Right. So, do you have a strategy in place? What kind of posts should be made, or do you, come up with special creatives for social media per se?
Yes, I do. I feel it is so important. Okay, I don't have any particular strategy as such, but I just believe in that when it comes to content, you give people the kind of work, I mean, the kind of content they would want to know. You can't
Right.
just posting stuff of your own and expect people to be engaged to your page. But the moment you give people the kind of content which they are looking out for, in terms, it could be a small hack, it could be a small tutorial, some advice, and if that is benefiting people, I feel like that is something which will engage people to you, even on a personal level as well as on a social media level. So yeah, I believe that content is very subjective, and whichever field you are in, I think if you're going to give your best and which helps the other people, I think that's going to work wonders for you,
Right.
everyone.
So, for your followers, what kind of content has been working?
Okay, sorry, I just have a few friends, I'll just tell them hi.
Yes, please go right ahead.
Okay, sorry, can you repeat that question?
So, for your followers, what kind of content has been working?
For me, obviously, since I'm a makeup artist, I keep putting content where I'm teaching makeup. I mean, obviously, since being an educator, I cannot put like my 100% education on Instagram, but I
Yeah.
try people small hacks, small makeup tricks, and something which could just like help them in very easy ways. And I try to put content where I'm talking and teaching them, so that I believe in connecting with people is very important in those ways also. So yeah, I believe in putting content like makeup tips and hacks and advices, some skincare, some product reviews, and yeah, that is what I do for my content.
Right. So, thinking about what is the right content that your audience would want, getting the right creative, maybe some of your own model pictures, some clients that you have worked on, or maybe your own self,
Yeah.
or the 100 odd products that you have. Isn't it a lot of hard work?
Oh, trust me, it is. It absolutely is, and I don't think anything goes like great without hard work. And social media, I mean, we might think that social media is fun and easy, but when you
Yeah.
really in your work, you have to really work on a lot of things. Like today, if I am just getting ready for going out, sometimes I'm like, you know what, let's make a tutorial on how you can do your makeup when you're going out. So
Yeah.
that is going to help people. And when it comes to models, I literally do shoots like when I don't have any particular event happening, but I do keep doing shoots just so that I have enough content for my social media. So I spend money on my shoots, spend my time, effort, everything just for Instagram content. So yes, I think that takes a lot of effort.
Right. And it does it help to pre-plan it? Like you said, you have a bank of content with you. So does it help to pre-schedule your posts?
Yes, it does. It does. Like sometimes you run out of content. Like I'm being very upfront and honest. But when you have a lot of things ready, you don't have to be stressed about what am I going to do tomorrow. You can pre-plan it and schedule it for sometime later. I think that really
Right.
helps.
So being on social media, being successful on social media, more so, has it helped you in your career?
I think social media has brought in a lot of um, impact in my work life,
Hmm.
because I think 80 to 90% of the clients which I even have today have come through social media.
Okay.
So I think, yeah, social media has done wonders for me. And for any budding artist, I think being live and available on social media is very important in today's time. So, yes.
So, do you think it works more so if you are a makeup artist because it becomes a very visual medium that way? You already have a lot of visual content because of that. So, is it does it work better for makeup artists to be on say Instagram and showcase their work rather than for some any other technician in the industry?
Yeah, of course. Because makeup is something which is very visual, like you said. It is
Yeah.
it's a good thing that makeup artists have a very good platform as a social media, like which is Instagram or Facebook or anything. And yeah, I absolutely believe that any budding artist should be there even today. Yeah, I totally believe in that. Yeah, I guess that's it.
Okay. What about brand connections? Do you make brand associations because of your strong presence on social media? Is that like another funnel that is available for artists that way?
Yes, because there are so many brands today, and everyone is looking out for work. Everyone wants to be present in some or the other way. And initially, when I had come on social media, when I wasn't that active, I was always looking for brand collaborations, and I think that really helps you at some point, whether you do it without yeah, like when I wasn't like this involved in social media, I used to always go for brand collaborations. I think that it really helped me. And whether it is with any commercials or not, I did not bother about all these things at some point. And yeah, today they does benefit you in so many ways because they have a different kind of audience. You have a different kind of audience, and that is when you connect to different kind of people, and they will know about you. So I think brand collaborations is a very good thing to do, especially if you are a beginner. It really helps.
Right. And considering where you are currently with the number of followers that you have, and so much of your work gets appreciated on social media, you are properly a beauty influencer. You have earned that tag. So, what do you think is your responsibility as a beauty influencer?
Uh, like I would say, more than a beauty influencer in terms of education and giving people the right knowledge is the key. Because just by showing a few things which are not true, I do not believe in that. You know, like showing things which are not going to be practically possible, I don't believe in that. So, as an influencer and an educator, I totally believe in giving right information, helping people out solve their problems, because only then I feel like they will even want to follow you and keep following if something is benefiting them. So I'm always looking forward to give them some information, like even for example, if I get some new set of makeup today,
Yeah.
I make sure that I tell them, I give them reviews about it. And some people, like not some, actually many people actually even ask what is good, what is bad. And I feel like it's my duty to somehow make sure that I give all the information possible.
Right. So it is your it becomes your social responsibility
Yeah.
to kind of make them aware of every aspect of your subject, right? But with social media also has its flip side, and trolls are one of the most evil part of the flip side here. So how do you tackle trolls or trolling?
Honestly, I don't need to tackle it. Like initially, it did affect me, like when it was very new for me. But I think with time, I think you have to accept the fact that there are going to be people who are going to like your work. There are going to be people who are not going to like you or your work. So you
Yeah.
have to accept it and get going with it, and not let it hamper your mental health. Like, so I think there have been times, I'm not saying like everyone's appreciated, like everyone has trolls on them, but I feel like it's just a part and parcel of this. So you
Right.
either
So
it or you let it affect you. So whatever you choose. So
so do you generally ignore them, or do you pick and select a few negative comments and reply to them to clarify or clear the air?
if there is something which needs to be clarified, and if they're misunderstood something, then I make sure that I clarify it, because it might not be their fault in judging something which was not clear to them. I
Yeah.
would clarifying it, because that would help them not feel that I've insulted them in any way. But if there's something which is absolutely unnecessary, ignore and block. Like, I don't want negativity on my page. So yeah,
Right.
that's
Has ever competitors creeped into this whole trolling space? Have you ever noticed that, oh, my competitors are, trying to troll me?
No, not really. Because the thing is that everything is so public today. Like even
Yeah.
their page, my page is public. So it just creates bad impressions. So I don't think I have had anything like that where people do it. And honestly, like if there are, I mean, everyone has competitors, but I know people like personally also. So we don't have anything like, oh my God, she's my competitor. Let's write something back. I mean, I just been like good relations, and the relations which are not good, I mean, it's something which I don't bother about.
Right. So you are basically very graceful with your competition, is what I can conclude from this
I,
answer.
I think that's how it should be, I guess.
Right. So now, given the current situation where we are all stuck at home, or even if we are working, there is limited scope to our work. Salon industry has been hit. Um, what do you foresee as the future for makeup industry, makeup artistry? Because makeup is definitely not going to stand back on its feet anytime soon. So,
Yeah.
what is your overview for that?
So what I have been doing is I have been educating people because when this ends, when the lockdown and the situation ends, I think everything is going to be back in track. So I feel like this is such a
Yeah.
good people to be trained in the best possible way. And so I mean, everything, see, every field has its own negatives, and everyone has had an issue, but I feel like if you educate yourself right now, you practice a lot right now, when things open up, it's really really going to benefit you. A few months is not going to take away your life. So I guess it's nothing too bad. I understand. And for girls, young girls, I've seen them, educate on social media. They're bringing in new audience on social media. So this lockdown has genuinely helped me in the best possible way. So I don't think it is anything bad. At least for me, it's my personal opinion. But yeah,
Right.
for people who don't have all the sources, yeah, I would say educate yourself. This is the best time to do it.
So this is what you have been doing throughout the lockdown, educating and upgrading yourself, right?
I have.
Great. What plans do you have for yourself? So considering that lockdown will get lifted in the future and you will get back to work, is there any plan in the pipeline?
There is there in terms of plan, like I mentioned, I've been educating, and the best part about this was that just before the lockdown started, I was always looking forward to teach digitally, and my
Okay.
website ready right before the lockdown started. I have my online education platform called the Face Talks, and I have been making sure that I give as much as education as possible. And yeah, in terms of plans, there is nothing like that. It's just you have time, you educate, you put yourself on social media, because this is the best time for people to even check, social media. They have so much time. Did the
No
calls
worries,
not
no
get
worries.
diverted? Okay. So yeah, I
It
think you
happens.
have much time on social media today. So build your name and just go ahead with whatever comes. I think it's fine. And I think makeup artists or hairstylists should not be in any suppression right now that, oh my God, this is not the good time. I think everything will be back in track very soon.
Right. Do you have any dream that you have been focusing on since the time that you got in the makeup artistry industry? Something like, having your own brand, having your own line of products. Any such big, huge dream that you have that you want to chase?
Yeah, like I mean, like every girl, I also have my dreams, and I always wanted to have my own brand name, and which is obviously work in progress. And even when you get that, that's not going to be enough. You're going to always want more and more.
Yeah.
But yeah, I always have my line of products. But then recently realized that I don't need it. I don't need that, honestly, because there's so many brands today. It is the best if you can collaborate with the brands you wish to. Things have become
Yeah.
easier, and all these things require a huge investment too. But
True.
yeah, I guess I think I'm sort of over that, and my very important dream was online education, and that is what I have reached the stage where I have already started teaching online. And
Yeah.
whole dream was that I want to teach people across the country, and I have been doing that for the past 1 year now, and that really makes me satisfied and happy. And yeah, I guess
Fantastic.
end. So
Yeah, so it's also important to be satisfied with what you have, so that you have that kind of equilibrium within you. Okay,
yeah.
I speaking of collaborations, we have a couple of questions on that from the audience. So Remake by Roma wants to know, how do we go about brand collaboration? Please throw some light on it. And similar question is asked by Makeover by Money Angel.
So in terms of collaborations, all you need to do is see every brand is going to have their email IDs or some contact numbers. You can always
Yeah,
get in touch with them, tell them what you are doing, show them your work, show them your portfolio, and yeah, just tell them that you are wishing to collaborate for any shoots. It could be any event, and uh, honestly, you need to contact more than 20 people. Out of that, maybe one or two are going to get back. So you need to not just message one person and say that, okay, this did not happen. You need to contact as many people as possible, because only then will you see results. So yeah, you just can email
right.
them, contact them, or speak to some PR person in the company. I guess that works.
Cool. Thanks for that tip. Deepal, in India, makeup artistry or the makeup industry is largely defined by the whole bridal market, which is huge.
Yeah.
But right now, given the situation, it's kind of on a hold. So, do you think we there is a possibility for us to have makeup that goes beyond bridal? Will our Indian makeup artists ready to explore editorials makeup or fashion makeup, or makeup for everyday use? Is that likely to happen?
I feel if like runways and high fashion makeup is which will not come in that easily, because
Yeah,
bridal is so up there, and it's more like easy. Bridal is something which is very easy for people to even achieve and get clients for.
yeah,
uh, in terms of editorial and high fashion, I think that's going to take time, because these things are done only in specific events, something like a fashion show. So I guess the people are going to be inclined towards bridal for a longer time, unless we have maybe if the events like double up, then it probably will need those kind of makeup looks. So I guess then only can that really work.
right. But there is a sort of a mini revolution happening in the hair segment, where the blow dry bars have come up. So if people want to go from the day to the night look, or they want to go partying after work, or there is a small function in the family, they quickly go to the neighborhood blow dry bar, get their hair set. So do we see a similar thing happening with makeup, where women are stepping out to get like quick makeup done for a smallish event? Do you think that is likely to happen in India?
Um, yeah, I guess so. I don't think that it's very far away. Okay, I mean, maybe 2 to 3 years, and we'll have everything. Because we are trending in every way possible today. So,
Yeah.
I think it takes its own time, but yes, it will soon be there in India too, and it will be very popular and trending.
Right. So I truly hope that it does come to India. Fingers crossed about that. There is one more question from our audience. It's by Googly Doogly, and they want to know if you can share a makeup hack with them right now.
Right now, I've kept all my makeup inside. Uh, but
Okay.
promise that
Anything in theory about makeup that you can share then?
anything in theory. Okay, we could say I can teach you, like I can tell you something about contour and highlight, because nowadays everyone like knows what contour and highlight is and wants to like get that perfect, chiseled face.
Yeah.
So when it comes to, like, I teach in almost all most of my live sessions also. So the areas people really sometimes goof up in the areas where the contour and highlight needs to be done. Very easy. The areas which are the hollows, which can be pressed inside, are the areas of your contouring. The
Okay.
areas where there are bones, which are the high points, like these areas are the areas for your highlighting. So this cannot be pressed inside because there's a bone here. But as
Yeah.
you see, this place where it's going inside, it's
Yeah.
pushing it, that is for your contouring. And even in terms of over here, you can just do it because people have double chin or something. So that is the exact area where you can do your contouring and highlighting. I would say a simple advice: if you have Indian skin, always use tones of peach and golds. Don't go for silvers and whites because that does not suit us, and that might oxidize your face, which we all do not want. I
Right.
hope that would have helped our audience.
I'm sure it did because it was really very practical advice. There is a question from N. Tushita. She wants to know, would you recommend new makeup artists to go ahead with their dreams right now? So this question is testing you as an educator.
Oh
Tell
God,
us.
of course. Never stop dreaming, guys. Like, whatever situation you are in, guys, everyone is in the situation. You're not the only one. You have to follow what your dream is. Like I mentioned, like, this is such a good time to educate yourself. And that's what I have been doing. Educating people as well as getting educated. You should make use of this time. It is such a good time. Educate yourself, build your portfolios. It's such a beautiful time. And once everything is open, just show it to the world, and I'm sure that's going to benefit you either today or tomorrow. So yeah, of course.
Right. So, in this whole time when artists are educating themselves and are still not certain about how things would be after lockdown, whether they'll get work, not get work, do you think social media is what is keeping them relevant?
Yeah, I guess, I mean, for me as well, and for so many other artists, I think social media is keeping everyone relevant. Uh so yeah, I think you should just keep going with that because there's such a good time. I mean, I know you physically cannot be in touch with people, but you have such a good platform. Like, just make use of it.
Right. So, Deepal, you have been giving us such good advice. I mean, since you are an educator already, you are really good at motivating and inspiring people. So, before we end this session, what is that one advice that you would like to give to aspiring artists?
um to all the aspiring artists, I would just say keep following your dreams. Do not let anything put you down. There are going to be ups and downs in your journey, and nobody has a journey without ups and downs because that is extremely rare. But
Yeah.
if you do not have ups and downs, you're very lucky. But do not feel let down by someone's words, by someone's advices, opinion. Just follow what your heart says. There was a time where I was put down with a lot of things, and people saying that, oh, this what you're really doing, and it demotivates you. But do not let it demotivate you. Like, there might be time even the most close people will be telling you and giving you advices and opinions. Just do not follow them. Follow your heart, and I think you're going to reach where you want to. And I totally believe in law of attraction. And just something, if you really want something badly, you should work towards it, put in all your effort and time, and you're going to get it.
Absolutely. So, before I close the session, there are two questions which are kind of technical that have come up, which I would like to take. One
Okay.
is by Rosie Gulati 23. She wants to know how to hide deep dark circles and make a flawless base for dry skin. Any advice that you can give us there?
For if you have deep dark circles, firstly, there's just one thing, that when you have very deep eyes, that is something you cannot overcome with makeup. But
Yeah.
dark circles is something you can overcome. So you can use heavy correctors, like you can go for orange to red correctors and correct them and do the concealing well. That will help you surely vanish your dark circles for sure. And but just puffiness and deep eyes is something you cannot control with makeup. That is a very skin issue, a very body related issue. So I would not comment on all that. But
Yeah.
yeah, you can do. And for dry skin, always keep your makeup, as in you can do a skin prep well. Use your CT, and that is cleansing, toning, and moisturizing daily. That's going to help your dry skin overcome the dryness.
Right. And the next question is from Divya, who wants to know how can upcoming artists start getting clients.
You know what, guys? Like, today, it's so easy because you can show your work on social media. There are ways you can market your work on social media. Like, it wasn't easy back then. For people who were not in my generation, it wasn't easy. But today it is so easy. Just put in your portfolio, show your work to people, and just try to market as much as you can. Collaborate with bigger bloggers, designers, photographers, create a great portfolio, and that is going to that is the way you're going to get clients. That's the only way. And show real work. Like, do not show only, photo shoot. Try to do like, if you're looking out for bridals, if you want brides, okay, so do those kind of works, showcase those kind of looks, so only then will people believe in your work.
Right. That's a very good point that you have made there, Deepal, that if you should show the work that you are looking for. Like
Yeah,
if you want more brides to come to you, show more bridal work in your social media feed. So
brides trust in you that okay, she can do this. If you're going to show
yes.
runway and high fashion and expect bridal, that is a complete no.
True, true. That is so true. Thank you so much for joining us today, Deepal. It was absolutely fantastic talking to you. And within this little span of time, you have given us so much, such valuable lessons. And as I can see from the comments, people have really enjoyed this session. They really appreciate whatever advice that you have given. I would still tell the viewers, if you have more questions for Deepal, please write into us, and we will do another interview with her and get her to answer all those.
Yes, for sure. Thank you so much to you and all this lovely audience who've been watching us. And I
Yes.
hope I've answered most of your questions. If you still have any questions, you can, of course, send it to them. We'll try to answer as much as possible for you all.
Right. Thank you so much. And you have a nice time.
You too. Take care. Bye.
Bye. Take care.